So a while ago I did a challenge and you might remember me uploading this video where I was supposed to finish Terraria while being limited to NPC loot only. In that video I played only until the wall of flesh has been defeated and I said that if I get 5000 likes I'll record the second part of it. I checked the video and saw that I had more than 5000 likes, but unfortunately I didn't have the Word files, so I had to redo this. Now to make things clear, as the title says, in this challenge run I am limited to using NPC loot. By NPC loot I mean weapons, armor pieces or sets, accessories, mounts and grappling hooks. To make this challenge a bit more fair, I allowed myself to use any tool, potion or ammo, so don't worry if you see me craft a pickaxe, cause that's okay. Also, before starting I would like to mention that most of you are not subscribed to this channel, so what you should do would be to smash that subscribe button, hit the bell button as well, and yeah, enjoy this video. Alright, how is it going fellow Terrarians? Happy New Year and welcome to the first video from 2024. We are starting fresh with a great challenge run that I wanted to do before but I didn't finish it. So starting as the usual with chopping down some trees, then moving on straight to building the classy treehouse since I will need NPCs to move it as fast as possible since they're the ones I'm relying during the entire run. You can tell that this process took a while since the sun is already centered, but anyways, we're gonna do some other stuff during the day, such as exploring this conveniently spawned cave near the spawn point. In the cave I found a dead man's chest which had a cloud in a bottle, and I cannot tell you how bad it feels not to be allowed to equip this accessory. I continued to explore the cave and found not one, not two, but 3 life crystals and a few gems, which was really fortunate. Some more minecart riding later I got to a dead end and decided to recall since I had nothing to do in the underground desert. The merchant came, so it was the time to get a shit ton of shurikens since these are going to help me at this stage. Then sell some more junk and also buy the sickle, which is great to have since you can also harvest hay blocks with it. Back in the cave I found a weapon that I am going to be looking for in my next Calamity run. Spoiler alert. Then I chucked a spelunker potion and kept on finding even more chests with accessories that I couldn't use. Fortunately I kept on finding a lot of life crystals in these caverns, and even better was that I was also fighting a lot of gems. As I was mining, a bat dropped the shoomerang, which I cannot use, but what got me a bit confused regarding my own rules was the fact that this skeleton dropped the mining helmet. Why was I confused? It is indeed an NPC item since the merchant sells it, but I didn't get it from the merchant, so I guess I will not wear this helmet. Anyways, I kept on mining more and more gems, and then as I got to a dead end I called it a day and went back to the spawn point. What can I say, it feels great to get a lot of money from selling gems. This is going to be the one and only armor piece that I am going to get in the entire pre-hardmode, so there you have it, the mining helmet. Now the thing is that I won't be using shurikens for a long while since this sucks, so here I am smashing a crimson heart and getting the undertaker and some musket balls. But why? You see, in Terraria if you have a gun or bullets in your inventory, the arms dealer will spawn, so how's that sound? At one point I had 2 random TPs, so I chucked one and ended up in the jungle cavern near the underworld, but also near another life crystal. Also found yet another dead man's chest, and oh god, why do I have to get so bullied? At least I got my hands on a lot of rubies. Well, time to check the second random TP. Oh great, a cave under the ocean and near the dungeon. That means we are only going down and not for really long. I was gathering stars during one night when the morning started and this message popped up. There was no way in hell I was doing this with shurikens, or was it? Well, I reacted kinda fast, so I managed to get in the cave and got myself a bucket that will be filled with lava eventually. Now I am going to dig a few blocks and pour the lava in here, and that should be now burn to death, you little annoying goblins. Apart from a few sorcerers that spawn above or in my house, there was no issue with these invasions, so here we go. I suppose the goblin army has been defeated. Since it was nighttime and I had nothing to do, I started working on the elevator and, as always, got to witness bullying and mangling in their purest form. Fucking great. In the next day I checked the arms dealer since he arrived and got my hands on the mini shark, which was far better than the shurikens. Next up I will look for the stinky gold eater, give him a house, and then get the rocket boots and the okay, fuck, I don't have money. Well, a few pots smashed in the underworld later, I got enough money so I was able to buy the grappling hook as well. Now it's minecart time. I got to the dungeon and started working on the arena that I will be using for the next fight, which is against Skeletron. In case you're asking, this is the arena. This is a diamond rail loop, since it kinda looks like a diamond, but the thing about it is that you just hold one key and then focus on firing rather than on moving, and Skeletron doesn't really get to hit you that hard if you're doing this properly. I am saying that because my diamond rail loop is far from perfect and you will get to see that I will get hit a lot of times, so yeah, enjoy the next fight. Skeletron has been defeated and oh god, this took pretty much. Now wanna see something funny? This game keeps bullying me even more with the treasure bag dropping the Book of Skulls. I explored the surface a little more and found the angler, so I was able to start fishing quests. Well, here I am looking for that fish, but instead I get the frog leg as the first item to be picked up in this run. This is so frustrating. Now the thing is that it was nighttime when I checked the fish quest and now it's daytime, so it means that the mudfish quest is not available anymore. So after realizing that I wasted a few minutes, I decided to make a few houses for the painter and the triad since I was here. What else did I do? Well, I went to the shimmer and got the ambrosia, the vital crystal and the arcane star. Well, it's time to start some fishing quests, right? Starting with the demonic hellfish, bringing it to the angler, then getting yet another demonic hellfish. Speaking of demonic, I got bored of fishing, so here I am making a small bridge. Then I went to the dungeon and did the exact same thing I do when I find Drayden Labs in Calamity Mode, that being looting everything. The next thing to do would be to die a little since I had to get some grapes for the grave biome, so I could get the arms dealer to sell the quad barrel shotgun, which will be the weapon of choice against the wall of flesh. Next up, I will defeat the brain of Cthulhu, so yeah, no commentary. The brain of Cthulhu has been defeated and there were a few reasons for why I did it. It is definitely not a pickaxe, but it was something to do with a specific NPC that is mandatory in this run. I'm going to explain a few things while I make an arena in here. Okay, so here's the thing. When the evil boss is defeated, the Tavern Keeper NPC can be found sleeping randomly in the world, but that's not the important part. Alright, so the Tavern Keeper NPC is the only NPC in Terraria that sells armor pieces, but only in hard mode. He is also the one that sells some epic sentries such as the ballista or the flame burst sentries. I don't see myself completing this run without any armor piece and with trash accessories and weapons, so yeah, this is why the Tavern Keeper is so important. Back to the gameplay, I worked on an artificial mushroom biome since I will also need the truffle NPC later for a specific weapon, and I also need a quicker way to get to the dungeon. After finishing with that, I started grinding the Old One's army. At first, I had a lot of success. As you can see, I have reached wave 4 and the crystal hasn't been touched. Unfortunately, during the 5th wave, instead of firing exactly 5 times towards the Dark Mage, I decided to directly face the wyverns and get myself killed, as well as losing against the invaders. So I guess we're doing some more fishing quests, then going to the meteorite crash site and getting a bunch of meteorite ore. While I was digging, I saw that message and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't check what items he was selling. A few minutes later, I summoned the Eye of Cthulhu and killed it with ease. Then I summoned it for one more time and yeah, killed it again. Then I tried the Old One's army and fortunately managed to survive and defeat all of the invaders. So here we go, one invasion completed successfully, more than 10 to be done since I will need a shit ton of medals for the tier 2 gear. Back to fishing, the 4th quest got me with a fishing hook, which is the second best grappling hook that you can get from NPCs, the first one being the static hook from the steampunker. Then fishing for some hemopiranhas since I will need those for rage potions, then building a 5-star hotel near the beach for the angler and the pirate, then doing one more fishing quest, this being the 5th one. And that means one thing, it's Fuzzy Carrot time. Now I can finally run faster. It is kinda obvious from now on that the pre-hardmode stage comes to an end, so I guess I will prepare for the wall of flesh fight. I decided to make a cool scene in here where I use explosives, but I will let you watch and see how bad can I be at this game sometimes. what the fuck was this? Trust me, if it would have still survived, I would have quit this run. But hey, anyways, we defeated the wall of flesh, so now it's time for the part that you have been waiting for, the hard mode stage, which, trust me, you don't want to play while limited to NPC loot only. I was already feeling the pain that I was going to get from this stage, and I also realized that I really need a better weapon. Fortunately, the traveling merchant came while I was having the time of my life in here, so I decided to check what he sells, and look at this. Is the flipping orange Zappinator, as well as 2 accessories that I can reforge and wear for some small bonuses. Next up, I had to relocate the snow houses since the previous ones got covered by the crimson, and since I was in here, I also did the World 1's army a few more times. Fuck yeah, I love the Zappinator. Well, it's time for the part that I really wanted to get to, the part where I tried to defeat the destroyer with dynamites, not knowing exactly how this cheese strategy works on expert mode. I had a really bad time while setting this thing, but in the end, I was ready, I guess. Yeah, first mistake, I didn't throw any dynamite and decided to summon the boss instead. I missed my chance of killing it within 5 seconds, then yeah, the probes doing what they do the best, and yeah, I'm dead. So I guess I'm going for plan B instead, which would have been done anyway since this is also a must for this run. I love this flamingo mount that I have never used before. Well, plan B means that I will do the pirates, and this is the arena if I can say so. This took a while and I died a few times since I got out of the box. At one point the big ship spawned, so I had to find a way to destroy it. After a lot of minutes the pirates have been finally defeated, and I also got a discount card, which, trust me, I didn't notice that I have equipped it at all. The pirate came, so I got 4 cannons since this is the number of cannons that I will need in this run, and then ran out of money. Well, back to selling ores, and here we go. This is so satisfying. Now let's get some Souls of Night, and yeah, dude, I really hate this stage of the game and I hate this challenge. Anyways, after a few minutes I got enough Souls of Night for 2 destroyer spawners, so enjoy the next fight. Yeah, this first fight would have been an insta-kill if I also switched the lever in order to turn off the blocks where the destroyer spawned, but this is fine, don't worry. Well, the destroyer has been defeated, and you got to be kidding me. It's time to get a brand new armor set, that being the apprentice set from the tavern keeper, which can be bought with 45 defender medals, then also buy the flame burst and the ballista canes. Next up, I was waiting for the steampunker, and there she was. Unfortunately, she didn't sell the jetpack yet, but I could get some conveyor belts, and that was cool. Now take a look at this arena right here. Yeah, it was also this moment when I have realized what I hadn't earlier. Well, bye bye any discount. I kept on sleeping since I was waiting for the steampunker to sell the jetpack when this happened. Well, I guess we're gathering souls tonight, folks. During the night I decided to take on tier 2 Old One's army and gather even more defender medals. I also got the jetpack, so during the night I summoned Skeleton Prime and tried to defeat it, but the setup that I had was really bad, so yeah, it didn't take much until I died. I have realized that I needed life regen, so I got the square armor set from the tavern keeper, which gives some of it and also helps the ballista cane and any melee weapon, in my case the mushroom spear that is sold by the truffle after one mech has been defeated. Then, as I was gathering Souls of Night, I found the skeleton merchant and he sold a lot of cool stuff such as the bread, gear accessories and the format C, which I bought them all. After that, I could say that I was kinda ready for Prime, so here we go. Skeletron Prime has been defeated, 1 mech to go, but for that to happen I really needed an arena. So build an arena I did, then I also got the horse mount from the zoologist to help me with the movement speed. Now, I remember that I could use yet another weapon against the twins, and that would be the blowgun. And the reason for why I know the blowgun is great is this video, made by me in 2023 when I finished the game on expert mode while only using the blowgun. Unfortunately, I found a beehive without a larva, so I had to craft one and then summon the queen bee. As the witch doctor came, I got the blowpipe and also the imbuing station, then I was ready for the twins. Or actually, I wasn't. I got 1 extra gravitation potion, so I guess the second attempt will be better. Enjoy! That was it, I was finally over with the early hardmode stage. Now it's time to move on to harder things. Starting things fresh, we got a traveling merchant here and he sells the pulse bow, which I'm definitely going to buy since it's a great weapon to have. Then, a bit later, I found the skeleton merchant again and he had the gradient, which was a better yo-yo than the Format C, so I bought this one as well. Since I got some life fruits, I also decided to get the Aegis fruit since consuming it gives 4 more defense points. Then I kept on looking for even more life fruits and also found 1 Plantera bulb. I was not over with the old one's army, so here's me again looking at ogres with behavior and managing to defeat the invaders once again since I still needed a lot of medals for the tier 3 gear. I kept on grinding since I needed a total of 210 medals, which would be 8 invasions plus 10 more medals. The next thing I wanted to do was to defeat Plantera, but this time I wanted to use a trick that I have seen in speedrunning. That trick involved minecarts, teleporters and adjusting lance. Basically what you do is that you get Plantera in that box in the center, then teleport left and right while using the adjusting lance. The speed will be insane because of the minecart bumps, hence the adjusting lance will deal a lot of damage. Now the problem was that I didn't know exactly how to do this, so yeah, I died. I tried for one more time and this time this seemed to work, but I was still getting damage since Plantera was not really centered. I eventually got out of the minecart and fucked this up again. Well, I guess I will be using the same old school strat that I have been using for almost 4 years, so here we go. Let's go! Plantera has been defeated after I almost traveled the entire world and what the fuck? All the items despawned! I have no treasure bag! Why did this happen, guys? Well yeah, I wasn't going to fight Plantera again only for the temple key, so I got one back from the Builder Workshop map. Next up, I was supposed to fight Golem in this room. I swear to god, this game really hates me sometimes. There was no way in hell I could have defeated Golem in that room. Trust me, at this point this run annoyed me pretty much and I wanted to get over with this, so yeah, excuse me for what I will do. Oh well, Golem has been defeated, so it's the perfect time to buy a brand new armor set, that being the Valhalla Knight armor as well as the Ballista staff, which is the best sentry that you can get. Then there was one weapon left that I wanted to buy, that being the proximity mine launcher and a bunch of rockets, thousands of them to be more precise. I tested it against the King Slime and I was like, oh damn, this is great. Then I went to the dungeon and started fighting the Cultist while using a cannon setup that I have made in less than 1 minute. At first this seemed to work as the Cultist was getting lower and lower, but then bullshit happened, so yeah, I was dead. However, I tried it for one more time, so here we go. The Lunatic Cultist has been defeated and I didn't believe I would get this far in this challenge run, but here we are. The Vortex Pillar was easy as always, then I kinda had some trouble with the Stardust Pillar and then I cheesed the hell out of the Solar Pillar. Before taking on the last pillar, I will have to do some engineering, so basically I have a teleporter with red wires that will quickly get me to the nurse in order to heal. The second teleporter is for emergencies, but still does the same thing. The thing about the second teleporter is that it will be used when my HP is really low and there will be a lot of projectiles or lasers that would kill me near the upper teleporter. Well, back to the Nebula pillar. Whoops, I'm dead, but the ballistas are still firing, so it will be just a matter of time until I will get to see the impending doom message. The first attempt was an experimental one since I didn't really expect me to defeat the Moonlord. A lot of things were messed up, but I kept on trying and somehow got to the second phase. However, the nurse died, so my plan with teleporting couldn't be used anymore and I didn't have a plan B, so yeah, I died. However, some more engineering later, I was ready to take on the Moonlord again. This is the last fight, let's see how this one goes. With Moonlord shaking, I knew that this challenge was finally over. I was so glad to see that I have managed to finish this run as well, since I thought that this might be impossible. Here we go. Terraria has been finished while being limited to using NPC loot only. In case you are asking, this is the setup that I had. Valhalla Knight armor and filler accessories from NPCs which I reforged to wording in order to have some more defense. Well, I would like to thank you for watching, stay tuned for more videos and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. See ya!